changed everything. The way I walk, the way I breathe. Will my fate shift into the night? But here I am, same old day. Thinking deep, no ecstasy. Reality haunts the living mind. If I saw another day, only to scream into the night. Nothing ever tries to change, even if I want to realize. 'Cause I've been sitting here, same old ways, taking off without the same mistake. Darling, when you go away, it won't be as simple for you.
Yo, everyone. Yo, guys. Old Man G here. Back again. It's deadline day. It's over. Transfer window is closed. And that's it. Cristiano Ronaldo stays at Manchester United. There you go. It's over. That's it. He's gonna be playing in the Europa League. But anyway,
I can't believe he stayed.
Sorry, what did you say, Sebastian?
I said I can't believe he stayed.
I mean,
Ronaldo in the Europa League. Wow.
Samasi, your club didn't want him. Your club, you didn't want Ronaldo at your club, you know. So
listen, if he were younger, maybe. But he's 37-year-old, and we really don't take anybody who's in their late 30s. So sorry for him.
It's not ideal, but it is what it is. But first and foremost, shout out to everyone obviously on the panel. Thank you to Ravish for joining us as well from We Talk Axe. I really appreciate you coming on the show again. And for those who missed it, we obviously went live when the Ansi signing was announced. So please check out that video as well. Factor Spotty, how are you doing as well after that United win? You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm doing all right, man. Can you guys hear me? Yeah.
We can hear you. Yes, yeah. It sounds like you. It's interesting because a lot of the haters that were clowning you about your stuff like that, a lot of them seem to have disappeared. It's just interesting. Like I don't see them in my comments. I don't see them in my DMs. There's a lot of people that certainly disappeared.
I told people about Lisandro Martinez, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
He's already
good. He's very, very good.
I told people. They're saying he's a midget, he's a dwarf.
Can I say something about Graham Souness? He has found a new victim after Popcorn left. He 24/7 he talks about Martinez. I don't know what's wrong with him.
Did you hear what he said about Casemiro?
What did he say about
Casemiro? Oh my god! Yes, I hear it.
Yeah. He said Casemiro's never been a great player. I'm like,
what? I almost called in Talksport, and I'm in Germany. Do you know how much it costs to phone from Germany into London? I said I can't. Graham Souness, stop it. He should stop as a commentator. He has no football intelligence. This man, he's too old. He thinks we're in the 90s. We are not. Okay, how tall you are. Doesn't matter if you're center back. It's really the intelligence of the center back who makes out how good he is.
That's why I don't understand. Like I mean, even Jamie Carragher, for goodness sake, was complaining. He's only 5'10". So yeah, it doesn't make sense.
It's the genders, man. This is what they do to United when they're rattled. Like Simon Jordan. Do you know? Did you hear what he said about Eric Ten Hag saying that he thinks the job is too big for him. He looks that suit doesn't suit him. Like like he's wearing a suit that's. I'm like, guy, have you seen Simon Jordan? He looks like a character from Scooby Doo. Like how you know what I mean? Like how he has the nerve to talk about another man's swagger, another man's dress sense. I'll never understand. But
I,
like,
I don't get it either. But this is where
Clothes have a lot to do how good the manager is. It has nothing to do how good the manager is. I don't know why Simon Jordan said that. It
apparently
makes no sense.
apparently it does. Apparently it does these days. Apparently it does.
yeah,
Shout to Don Ragnar again in the chat. Elang Beck is dead food. I actually think Elanga didn't have that bad of a game
He's
today. Actually,
decent, but he's 19 years old. Come on.
yeah. I think that I'm more concerned about Rashford being our number nine for the rest of the season, because there's no way that you can play Rashford against Arsenal. That just can't happen. United needed another attacker. They needed a number nine. That's the big thing. Anthony coming in, I think, was good. Having Anthony and you know Sancho, I think would be good. So, but I think if you're going to put United need another number nine. So yo, how you doing, bro? Paradise is a transfer window. Yeah, it's officially closed. 11 o'clock. No more transfer windows until January. It's gone. Maguire can be extradited back to the Greek jail and hold bench for Prison FC. Luke Shaw can go to LA and be James Corden's stuntman. Is it that bad? Is it that bad? Is it that bad? Is that much is a special? Sure. Rubbish. Obviously, as an Ajax fan, and
Yeah,
given the fact that obviously United have directly taken two key players from Ajax this window.
thank you
Um,
for that.
how have you felt that the transfer window has gone? For Ajax in terms of just everything, I guess.
Well, it's deadline day yesterday and today was kind of was chaotic in Amsterdam. If we look back on the whole transfer window, I would say that we made a lot of money. We sold players which we didn't expect that they would go this season already, with Martinez, with Anthony. Um, I'm really happy for you guys that Martinez has found his mojo now together with Varane. From Anthony, I have big expectations, but like I said yesterday to a friend of mine, um, Anthony need to understand how playing football in the Premier League works. Because here in the Eredivisie, with all due respect for for some of the lower teams, sometimes it was you're in a kindergarten. It was so easy for him to make his actions. His last match for Ajax was against FC Groningen. We won 6-1,
Mm.
and Anthony was, yeah, he was so amazing. Yeah, nobody could get him. He was quick as light, and his actions. He also made his, at that time we didn't know, his last goal for Ajax.
Mm.
So I believe that with Ten Hag and the discipline that Ten Hag asks from him, that he can be also a really important player. The signings for us made me happy so far. We got Brobbey back from Leipzig, although we paid a ridiculous amount of money for him when he left the club for free. We got Bessie from Rangers, and he already showed his potential in the last three matches that he played. He had a false start with his red card against PSV, but afterwards we were all really curious of his qualities, and it looked like he was playing for years in the Ajax system. And yeah, Bergwijn, we don't have to talk about that. Bergwijn had such a huge impact with his goals already, his speed, his the way of playing. So overall, I'm happy. Although we hoped that we could have an extra goalkeeper, that was Vladimos from Benfica, but and I will come back later on that. There was
Okay.
some struggles with the super advisory board of Ajax. They played a huge role in at deadline day, and also for today it was also sweating for us because suddenly, out of nowhere, Chelsea came with an offer of 50 million euros for Alvarez. Alfred
Yeah, I saw that.
demanded.
Yeah.
Alfred has demanded.
Now
Uh,
that's too much money for him. He's not worth that.
oh
Edson
no, dude,
Alvarez.
no, sorry,
But
Factos,
still,
but
but it's the last
he
day, so
no
wanted him.
the strange part of this was that earlier this season, Stade Rennes did an offer for Alvarez because the owner of Stade Rennes is married with Salma Hayek, who's a Mexican actress, and she was quite impressed about his qualities. But I'm not agree with what Facto says because
Ah, he's not worth
Alvarez
50 mil. Come on, he's not worth 50 mil. I've seen him.
Anthony, Anthony's 100 million.
Yeah, but like Anthony is 22. He's got Brazilian flair. He's got
Yeah,
blonde hair.
Brazil-
You know, he's
Brazilian
marketable. He's
Brazilian flag.
commercials, joga bonito, all that.
yeah.
Edson Alvarez, Fred is better on the ball than him. Like,
No, no,
I
no,
know
no.
he's very effective in that Ten Hag system, and like they used to bypass him. You know, they didn't like pass through him like they used to do with De
Be-
Jong.
bes-
You
besides
know,
the amount, besides the amount. Sorry for interrupting,
that's
Pactos.
fine.
Besides the amount, um, Alvarez played. He was one of the key play. He became one of the key players in the Ajax system. He
Oh yeah, of
started.
course.
He started well this season, and he developed himself even more than we all expected. 2 years ago, already 3 years ago, he came first as the replacement of Matthijs de Ligt, who left then for Juventus, and I
Mm,
believe Sama is really familiar now with him. Um, and afterwards, he became one of the best number sixes in a long time for Ajax. So he had an agreement with the board that he could leave the club for plus minus 50 million.
mm,
Chelsea came and Ajax said no, it was too late for us to find a replacement, and that's why they blocked the transfer. So
mm.
tomorrow morning will be a real important day because we will see how the players who didn't get their transfer will react. Saturday we need to play again. Also, Kudus was also part of this transfer window. Kudus could go to Everton, but Alfred Schreuder, our coach, asked him personally to stay. Uh, don't know what his perspective is at Ajax at the moment. He's most of all substitute, but yeah, the team is running and they score
Mm.
points. We didn't lose yet, so yeah. Overall, I'm happy. Looking forward to the start of Champions League because for the Eredivisie we already had a great squad. For the Champions League, I was not that impressed, but with the new signings with Grealish and Ocampos, I think we are ready for Champions League.
Fair enough, fair enough. And thanks for summary, Ravish. Before I go to factors, because obviously going to United's perspective, Samasi, obviously, you could make an argument that Bayern Munich had a very good window, and there's a very good chance that they're probably going to win the well. They
No, 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 no. Not gonna win
okay, no,
Champions
Yeah,
League.
they will. They
no,
will for sure. It's
no.
always they always start a little poor, then they have a meltdown during the season, and at the end of the season, who's champion? Bayern Munich.
No, we're talking about the Champions League.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Obviously, they're
Champions
gonna
League.
win.
Yeah, no, they win the Bundesliga. We know
Oh, they
that.
win that.
But
Yeah, the
Champions
Bundesliga they
It's
will
in the
win.
the
bag.
Definitely.
Champions League is a bit is I'm not sure about that. But Samasi,
No, I don't think so.
what do you think about the overall signings that the Bayern have made, and do you think that like it will impact them this season?
It's good. Well, our attack is really good. With Mane, he's got already 5 goals, and Gravenberg is just so good in the midfield. He can just slide in, and he's very press resistant. And since Thiago, we had not really a press resistant midfielder. That's good. Mazawi, he is not very flexible. I really thought he's gonna be better. And with Matthias Tell from Rennes, he's a really good young striker, and I think he will be a lot of better in the next few years. And with the Ligt, I don't know. He's really good in the air, so that's good for us because we don't have Lewandowski anymore. But is he really gonna improve our defense? I don't really know. Our defense was our biggest problems. So we're gonna see. We're
Well,
gonna
you
see
called him
our
the Dutch Maguire. Was that you that called him the Dutch Maguire?
yeah, because I think he's very overrated. So I don't know. We will see. Maybe it's because Allegri. Maybe it was Allegri text, but we
Mm.
will see. We will see. I
You
think
you
Inter
you
is
really
gonna be
called him the
weak
Dutch
test for us.
Maguire?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Well,
saw him. I saw him with Juve, and I thought, man,
uh-huh.
he looked really bad with Juve. That's why.
No, but
So
listen, here in the Netherlands, we also had a lot of criticism on Matthijs de Ligt. At Ajax, he was one of the youngest leaders, huh? And during the amazing Champions League season, he got his transfer to Juventus. And the criticism in the Netherlands was that he was changed in the Viking. In Amsterdam, he was the defender who can had a great tackling and also had with the ball he was great. But at Juventus, he became more wilder and without controlling himself defending. Also, when he is going into the air, he looked like a kamikaze pilot. So I was
Wow.
real happy. Yeah, go ahead.
Mhm. No, no, no. I can't believe you called him a kamikaze pilot. That's crazy.
Yeah, no,
But
because
like,
we saw him made some actions also for Ajax, where even the all the analysts here in the Netherlands were talking about, dude, take care of yourself because you can get injured yourself or get a concussion. He was so
mm,
wild in his duels. So I personally was real happy that he signed for Bayern Munich. Although I didn't saw that coming because multiple times he said he was happy at Juventus, but I believe that Bayern Munich is a great next step for his career because in Germany he can learn how to defend prettier than he did in Italy, because in Italy
mm,
is shoving the ball away and good luck with it. And we
mm,
hope that he can
yeah,
develop as a leader like Nagelsmann is seeking for, and that he will be next to Virgil van Dijk during the World Cup.
mm. I mean,
yeah.
to be honest, yeah.
Oh, Sebastian,
No,
you're
go,
gonna go?
Summer. Yeah.
We need a leader in the defense since Boateng left yet not really a leader because Hernandez is very quiet. So we need
Hmm.
really a leader in the defense. That's why we bought him.
Um, Factos, obviously, as a United fan, getting a lot of grief about your thoughts on the players coming, but 3 weeks have passed, and some of the signs of bidding. So, how are you feeling now? That with United's transfer window, the signings that came in, like what are your thoughts on Manchester United?
I'm so glad this window is over. I'm so glad. It's
Mm,
been so stressful. Like,
mm,
um, and let's be real, man. This final day of the window is been quite boring. Usually, like there's breaking news left, right, and center, but it's just
mm,
been really, really quiet. Now, when it comes to Manchester United's window, like I'm gonna compare, let's say Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool, and even like, but you can even bring Barcelona into it. Now, at the end of the day, we went, like when you go, like when you're trying to go home and you go around like loads of motorways and like
mm,
it takes you twice as long. But as
mm,
long as you get home, that's what counts at the end of the day. So the
mm,
way I look at it, we went about it the very long way. We overpaid for some of the players. We got some of the players in late. But let's be real, man. We ended up getting 6 players in.
mm.
And okay, let's remove the goalkeeper. What's his
Dubravka,
name? Dubravka,
Dubravka,
because
yeah.
yeah, he's just there to fill in numbers. But the
Mm,
other 5 players, 4 of them are Ten Hag's men. 4 of them
mm,
are Ten Hag's boys,
mm,
players that he himself has scouted. Like we have backed in, and let's be real, the reason why we ended up in a mess is because we blindly backed this guy when he told us that Frankie De Jong is his boy. He's been babysitting him since he
I
was a
want,
kid.
I want, I want them to release a documentary on the Frankie De Jong saga because
Serious, you
I,
should
I've
never
got no idea
go
why that
with him.
happened.
Seriously, I
Yo,
don't know
Eric Ten
what
Hag got
happened.
finessed. He got finessed.
Can we? Mark Goldrich said 90%. Okay, 90%. I will remember that. I knew he's
95%.
I knew he wasn't
95%.
coming. I knew he wanted to. Barcelona was his dream club. He will never go there away. They have to force. By the way, the young fuck Barcelona would stay. If the young went to uh, Liverpool or here or Chelsea or Manchester United, they have gotten Bernardo Silva.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
the
yeah.
young
I mean,
really fucked them.
yeah, 100%. And obviously, they still have to pay his massive wages. So it's gonna be a problem next season when they have to register him on his big wages. So I think they're gonna go up. So this De Jong saga, your ideas, you better strap up. It's coming again next season, you know.
Yeah,
But
but
next,
but
gone.
I believe he's in his right that he also is now staying at Barcelona, because the way that everybody around Barcelona handled him, and also leaking everything about his salary and his contract, and then suddenly they wanted to charge him about the fact that he signed a fraudulent contract at Barcelona. It all became so annoying and
Toxic.
so
Yeah.
messy. So, and the fact that um, here I was discussing this with friends of mine, and I told them, listen, it wasn't Frankie De Jong who asked for this salary. Barcelona gave him this contract with with the wage that they offered him, and if he didn't sign it, he was crazy, because he's now he don't have to play anymore. In matter of speak, he
Mm.
got the loan, and he's still 23. He's 20 in the 20s, and the fact that Barcelona is now struggling with getting rid of him, it's their problem. He's the one he can stay and ask for his money, because they offered him this. If he asked
Mm.
this wage, then you would say, "Hey, bro, are you crazy?" But it's from their side. So I
Yeah,
don't
but
believe.
you know what's gonna happen though. Like, I hear what you're trying to say. Like, but it's coming again next season. The reason why I said that is because his wages are gonna go up next season,
Hmm.
because obviously they take into account his deferred wages, and that's gonna be a problem for Barcelona to register him next season. And if United get Champions League football for next season, then the option of coming to United is even more attractive.
The fact is they'll just pull another lever. They'll just pull another they pulled at least 4 or 5 levers this window, man. So I'm
Yeah,
sure they'll find another lever somewhere that we don't know
Laporta sold
about,
his
man.
left eye. Now he's gonna sell his right eye. You know what I mean?
But Faktos, I also agree with what you say about Ten Hag. The fact that Ten Hag wanted four of his own players, he got two of them. The
No, he
fact
got
that
four. He
four,
got Malacia, he got
yeah,
Martinez, he got
yeah.
Anthony, and who was the fourth one? I'm pretty sure I'm missing somebody.
Ericsson.
No, he
Ericsson.
got. Oh, Eric. Yeah, okay, but Ericsson is not the player that he worked with, but and also Malasia
Yeah,
now.
yeah, he knows the Ajax way,
Yeah,
and
but
so does Malacia as well.
He
You know
knows
what I
the
mean?
no,
Ericsson
Malasia.
knows the Ericsson.
He was fan of Malasia because Malasia was the only left back in the
That
Netherlands
locked Anthony.
who
Yeah.
exactly.
Mm,
Ericsson trained a couple of weeks also with Ajax in the Netherlands for
He did, yeah.
recovering after he left Brentford. So that's why Ten Hag knew him. I
mm.
said it before. I believe also in the broadcast on Monday when Anthony got signed by United. The fact that he has such an impact with these four players also shows how mismanaging it's going on at Manchester United, because
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
because I can understand that the manager wants to work with the players that he loves, no doubt about that. But United has a heritage of five managers who all wanted their own players, and now Ten Hag needs to work with those players and also wanted his own players. It's real
Mm,
difficult then to find the right melt of the right blends for the team.
mm,
And you saw it in the first two matches. Everybody was still seeking from what's going on. Now you see Varane came in the team. Martinez played better than he did before because
mm.
Maguire, yeah, you already saw Maguire still hopeless. Malacia showed that he's in every aspect better than Shaw. And the only thing now we're curious about, because I still find Ericsson not impactful enough as he was before his uh, cardiac
Pacemaker.
arrest.
Mm.
Um, and yeah, Anthony is still, we don't know. In Amsterdam, we were all fond with him, but I'm really curious how he will adapt to the Premier League.
Yeah, but the thing is, and it's an interesting topic really, because the first crop of players from Ajax that Ten Hag had when they left Ajax, the De Jongs and De Ligt,
Yeah,
they struggled where they went. Now, obviously, it's too early to call right now. We've already seen that Gravenberch is doing bits in the Bundesliga. And obviously, we've seen that Lisandro Martinez, he's already a fan favorite. Like, once the Glazers leave, the first shit I'm going to get is going to be a Martinez shit. Like, I love this guy. Yo, RDS, these guys are celebrating like goal kicks. Like, they're
Yeah.
yeah, I saw.
celebrating.
The
They're
defense,
celebrating
the defense
tackles.
looks the defense looks very, very passionate, which is good to
That's
Listen,
the
see.
if you
Grinta. That's the Grinta, because in the Netherlands he did the same. Every time when he made a great save or a goal kick is coming out, or a great tackle, you saw yelling and slamming on his chest, saying, "Hey, I did it!" And I saw it tonight either against Leicester also a couple of times. You see
yeah,
that Varane was the missing link for him to
yeah,
become successful.
yeah,
Let me
yeah.
quickly just read some comments, and then I want to get to Antonio. So just to give her the Milan perspective from Italy, because I think we've got like 4 different leagues here. Thank God Martino won't be filled with Germano saying things are happening for a few months. Yeah, Germano
It's a
is
He's a
fraud. It's a
fraud. He's a
fraud.
fraud,
He's a fraud.
man.
He's a
He's a
fraud.
fraud, man.
He's a fraud, man.
He
Like he
said
just
he said today will be a historic day for Barcelona. What happened? What happened?
nothing happened aside from confirming that Alonso was going to the club.
And
That's
Bellerin also, eh?
historic. Sorry.
Bellerin
And
also
Bellerin,
joined
yeah,
Barcelona.
exactly. So Alonso and Bellerin, so you basically like C-Tech players at Chelsea and Arsenal is historic for Barcelona. That club has fallen. King Stas for the super chat. Really, thank you so much, buddy. Really appreciate it. Another win. Let's go, Man United. Who was your man of the match? For me personally, I'd go with Varane. I have put a poll on the community tab if you want to vote into that. So and see. So, but yeah, personally for me, it was
Shout
Varane.
out to McTominay as well. Like, he had a good game.
He had a decent game with Tommy.
Had a
Rashford
good
and Bruno, on the
game.
other hand,
Yeah, they
less
were
said about the
trash.
better.
They were
Hashtag
trash.
so Rashford. Yeah, I'm going to pin this actually. Best transfer and worst, because we're going to get to those questions towards the end, just after I get Antonio's in. So we'll come back to those questions, Paradise, okay?
I've got controversial opinions about this. People are not gonna like it. I'm gonna get clipped out, but I'm gonna talk facts though, because some teams' transfer windows, I feel like they've been overrated when you look at their players that they've bought, but we'll get there.
I mean, Nottingham Forest probably, considering they've signed basically 15, 16. Literally, I was like, I refreshed.
Oh
Before
my.
I came live, I refreshed and I was like, they're signing Aurier. I was like, what the? How many players of this? I can't remember the last time a club has signed like 15. It must be 16 players in one window. I generally can't remember like where they're announcing a single player. It's ridiculous. But anyway, Antonio, as a Milan fan, how have you found the window? Obviously, surprised. Sergio Dest, that came out of nowhere. I didn't see that happening. Yeah, how are you guys feeling about your window and like Syria in general? Because you can make an argument that maybe have Milan had a better window than Juve and Inter, for example.
Yeah, RDS, thanks for having me on.
No, no.
I'm sorry if my voice sounds weird. I'm actually a little bit sick right now.
Oh,
And
sorry, buddy. Sorry.
yeah, and I'm also in college, so like I've been really busy. But I've of course been checking my Milan news every day. Um, yeah, I think the first thing we should talk about if we're discussing Milan's transfer market is the budget, because it was actually very limited this summer. We actually just changed our ownership. Like it became official. I think today, actually, or yesterday. And now Redbird Capital Partners is an American investment group. They own Milan now. Before it was another American group called Elliott. And because of this, because it took the whole summer for the transfer of the club to go through, our old ownership was still in charge of conducting the transfer window, and since they're very financially oriented, they didn't want to inject anything into the club, and they wanted to like keep our budget really low, until that so they could maximize profits before they left. So we had only like a 50 million euro budget basically just to spend on just transfer fees this summer. Um, and the only player we lost though was Kessié on a free transfer to Barcelona. But other than that, we were able to keep our best players like Leao, so that was really really important for us. Um, and then some of the players we brought in, De Ketelaere for 35 million was the biggest player. We spent most of the budget on him. He's showing flashes of like what he can do. He's really creative, good playmaker, but he still has to kind of gel with the team. But I'm excited about him. Um, we brought in Origi on a free transfer just for depth. We brought in a couple of like sort of young players that either we loaned out or like or I mean we brought in on loan so that we don't have to spend too much money on their transfer fee right now. Uh, and these so it's kind of like we're just working on our depth because we have a good starting 11, and with our limits based on how much money we can do, it's really like just about improving the overall depth of the team. Dest, which you brought up, actually, that was the big surprise. The reason why we got Dest, I think there's two reasons. First of all, Florenzi, which is our backup right back, just got injured, really, really badly. Like he's going to miss, I think, a few months.
Okay.
Sorry about this.
Okay.
And then on top of that, also, I think because he's American and we have a new ownership and we're advertising in the US a lot now.
Yeah,
Actually,
that's true.
yeah, so he's really good for revenue. And speaking of that, we actually just signed this deal for this like US sports channel on cable television to stream Milan games in the US. And I think this is like a sign of the new ownership. They're really trying to get those brand advertisements. Like
Is that
LeBron.
why? Was it? Yeah, I heard LeBron.
Yeah,
and,
LeBron and Drake are now
and
investors
Drake.
in Milan. Yeah.
Yeah,
you know what happened to Drake. Just putting it out there, man. So like Drake,
never let him wear
jinxes
Milan
them.
shirt. Never let him wear
Never
Milan
let him
shirt.
wear a Milan shirt, man.
That's
Never
a
let Drake
curse.
wear a Milan shirt. That's a curse. So like, although I know we haven't discussed it as well, but curses have been going a lot around lately. So make no names, poor Pogba. But it is what it is. But
And
sorry.
don't let LeBron James show up at any final as well. Like,
Bro,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
literally a Michael Jordan fan all the way. Like, I don't even like LeBron, but it's still cool to get that, sort of, perspective and bring new fans in, which is always good. The one thing with Italy that we always talk about is they're so bad at like, modernizing advertising. So it looks like on an individual club level, we're trying our best to do that. So I'm excited about that. But yeah, if I name the players that we brought in, I mean, you guys probably won't know most of them, or I mean, unless you watch you care about sort of like these developing players. But there are a lot of like really young players, like 19, 20, 21 years old, and that's like what we're good at. We have a good scouting department, and with what we were able to spend this summer, we did the best we could. I'm not like I don't think many of them are going to necessarily be amazing this season. Maybe like the Ketelaere and a few, but I think that they're going to bring good depth and they can improve so much in the next few years. So, I mean, I was ready for a more humble market like usual, but I think maybe with the Redbird in the future it'll be better. But yeah, I mean, I think I'm pretty satisfied with it overall.
Do you think you guys gonna make an impact during the transfer window during the winter transfer period? Because then the new owners have more time to observe what's needed. Maybe Pioli can also ask for the players he want, because now it was a short day to real invest money. And also, I think the squad of Milan was quite okay. What you said, only Kessie left.
Yeah, that's a good question. I think it also depends. Well, we don't really know much about the new ownership because they are an investment group, so they're more focused. Of course, they're going to be profit oriented. I think they're going to be much more, generous than our past ownership. So I think that's a good. I would hope that we can bring in a few players. It also depends on if we can make the past the UCL group stage. I think we should. Like I don't want to jinx anything, but on paper it looks like we can definitely do it. So if we're in those competitions, it's always good to keep building the team. It's a good point you made because Pioli is a really good man manager. and he's like kind of like a yes man. Like he's flexible. He gets young players. He tries to develop them. I think that in the past he's asked for a few players in Italy like Chiesa, but at the time
Mhm.
Chiesa was worth like 60 million on Fiorentina, and he coached Chiesa so he knew, like on Fiorentina, so he knew he was a great player, but we didn't have the money to bring him in for 60 million. So Juventus takes all of like the top Italian players. So if
Good
we
deal.
can, I don't know if we're going to be able to spend like that, but I mean, I think Pioli will have a bit more flexibility, hopefully, with this ownership. Yeah.
Well, I think that, and that's also my aversion against club owners. The fact that companies, big investors buying the club for only the profit. It would be real great, and yeah, I don't know if you can say you see now with Manchester City. Of course, when they started, and sorry, Red Devil, that I'm mentioning the blue team
That's okay.
of your city, but he started first with buying players that didn't even know where Manchester City was, but they only saw the check, and then they saw, okay, let's do it. You saw it also with Robinho when he signed for City. Then he thought he was playing for Chelsea. After Biggie Stadium came from Barcelona, you saw then that the money that was spent was real, thinking about which player do we need. Of course, the amounts of players that they are paying, the amount of for players that City was paying was ridiculous, of course. But you now see a kind of vision, and also the Guardiola line, what City wants to achieve. And I hope that owners, when they want to buy clubs in the future, that they need to realize that the football comes first and then the commercial, because the fans are making the club, and the fans are spending the money that can be used for buying new players, and the owners only think about making quick money instead of improve the club, improve the facilities, and make your team one of the best of the world. I hope that they will realize that before they are buying a club, because they're killing the football. They're killing the football story. As a small child, when I came first time to the stadium, I was sold when I saw my favorite heroes on pitch. And every little child that's now going next to his dad or his mom or both parents to the stadium wants to have that same feeling. And I hope that
Experience.
club owners will realize that for future sales, because football is for the fans and not for club owners.
Can
That's
I want to say one point on that?
Oh yeah,
Is
go on,
my
answer
is,
it, go on.
is my AC too loud, by the way? Like, can you hear that in the background?
No, it's good,
No,
No,
man.
it's
I
good.
can't hear. It's
Okay,
good. You're
good,
good.
good.
You're good.
No,
No, I agree. Like, I think like it should be, you should be investing. It should be for the fans, of course. I don't think though that PSG and City are doing are really helping out the football economy, because it's getting a little bit too out of hand in terms of how much money they're being spent. And there's no owner that can, I mean, there are like a few, but there's not really many owners that can, compete with the wealth of an entire nation, backing a club. That's a little bit too extreme in my opinion. But
Mm.
yeah, I think like Man U, with the revenues they have, I know their owners are terrible, but they have a lot of revenue, and if they were investing that maybe a bit more intelligence in the past few years, they would still be able to be very competitive, because they have the ability to buy players, like top players for sure. So I think like, as long as, I think that's you don't want to be, I don't really support like the super wealth clubs, but
Mhm.
even Newcastle, they're spending a lot, but it's not like, I mean, it's still in the sort of reasonable range
I
for
mean, to
me.
be honest, I think Nottingham Forest probably spent more this window
Yeah, I
than
think so. I
Newcastle
think
even.
so either.
So
But,
someone said some
but
ridiculous stat. I think they spent more than the Bundesliga, all the teams in the Bundesliga, Serie A, and La Liga combined. I need to check that out, because if that's true, it just goes to show you how much money there is in the Premier League. If a recently promoted Premier League side can spend these, I don't think it's true, but they have signed 16
But it's true
players.
though. Like Nottingham
So
Forest
go
will
on,
earn more
yeah.
than Sevilla this season. Like
yeah,
it's
They're
just
gonna
the
earn
Premier
more
League.
than the first place team in Serie A. Like the bottom Premier League team earns significantly more than the
More.
Serie A winner every year.
Yeah.
They
but
still
More
but
have
than
I
the
more.
Serie A winner. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, no, yeah.
That's
but I
insane.
also saw that the Premier League clubs will will spend even more because they will sign a new TV contract, right? That's
Yeah,
worth
yeah.
billions.
I think that's coming soon. So yeah, they're
Yeah,
gonna be, especially now post COVID. Like it's
exactly.
yeah, it's the
Can
Premier
I?
League is sorry. Who's going next? Sorry,
No,
someone's,
no, no, no. Go ahead, go ahead.
yeah,
Finish
yeah.
your story.
No, no. So
And, and go on.
I just want to just quickly just bring up I think it was Powder's question actually. So and just quickly going around which who do people think was there in their opinion their best transfer of the summer?
When you said best transfers in one player, or
Yeah,
you know,
one player to a particular club,
that's a hard one.
or best signing, whatever. Yeah.
I think so far you have to say is. Should I really go for the obvious?
I have
It's
a
gonna
pretty.
be
I know.
Erling. It's
Yeah,
gonna be Erling Haaland, didn't it? So far speaking, but I want to say, you know, Gabriel Jesus, just the impact that he's had on Arsenal as a team. Now, Arsenal, when I look at the players that they've signed, you know, like they're not apart. The only three players that they've signed, they've gone straight into the 11, and they've actually improved the team, and that's Gabriel Jesus, William Saliba, and you know, Alexander Zinchenko. So yeah, I do feel like Gabriel Jesus has just completely revolutionized the way Arsenal have been playing. So I would have to say, so far speaking, he's probably been the best signing so far. But the seasoning's only just started, so we haven't seen other players. We don't know what Arsenal are going to be like after February. You know what I mean? After they start playing Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday kind of football, which they're not used to. They're not used to being in a race. They're not used to playing Champions League. So we'll have to wait and see how that develops over the season. But so far speaking, I have to say it's Gabriel Jesus. But the team that I feel like everybody's overrating their transfer window for me, I think, is Tottenham Hotspur, man. Like, we need to go through some of the signings that they've made. Like, I'm not really impressed, and I've seen him play. They've been awful, bro. Let's be real. They've been awful. They've been awful to watch. And then yeah, I'd have to say Gabriel Jesus for me, man.
I will say, like, it's kind of, I guess, coming to mind, like, because, you know, I have a pretty obvious one as well. I'm gonna say Erling Haaland, but I want to acknowledge that there's been other transfers outside of the Premier League that are very good as well. But if the first one that comes to mind is Haaland, the main reason is because I think it was only 60 or 65 million euros, right? Because it was the release clause. So you're getting like
Dortmund.
yeah. You're getting like the best, like, but you know, Mbappe is clearly the best young, you know, the next best player, but Erling Haaland is second in my book for that age, and you're getting him because you need a number 9. So I mean, this guy's going to be scoring goals for many years, and he's only like, I mean, if this guy didn't have the release clause, he could be going for like 150 million euros at least. So like, you're getting a great deal for this player. Like other players, how much was Isak sold for, like, to
About
Newcastle?
60 mil.
About
or
60
something.
minutes.
Yeah,
well,
so
yeah.
that's like, you know, like, put that into perspective. He's a good player, but like, you're getting Haaland for 60 million. That's crazy. So I mean, just because of the value, you know, he's gonna score you goals. So definitely
In terms of bargains as well, shout out to Malacia, man. 15 mil. 15 million pounds. When Cuckoo, whatever, Sancho Bob went for like 60 mil. That's crazy. That was crazy, though.
Ravish, what about you? What are your thoughts? Who do you think was the best transfer?
For now, I agree with Factos. With of course Haaland, but I know he was a successful goals. But the way Gabriel Jesus adapted so quickly at Arsenal, together with Zinchenko, that's for me the best transfer. Both players are the best transfer for Arsenal. I didn't expect Jesus scoring goals that easy, and he made football look so easy when he's playing now for Arsenal, together with Martinelli on the left, with Saka on the right. I really think that Arsenal can be one of the outsiders, not for the title, but definitely for the places 3, 4. So for the Champions League tickets.
Yeah, but Lisandro is still gonna pocket him on Sunday. You just watch, man.
Whoa,
Don't
let's see.
don't jinx
He
it,
will
Factos.
pocket him, man. He will
Don't
pocket
jinx it,
him.
Let's see.
Factos.
Let's see, because
Man U fans, calm down, guys.
By
Yeah.
Man U, it's Factos needs to relax.
Why should we calm down? We're playing Arsenal. We're playing Arsenal at Old Trafford. Come on, why should?
I hope you guys
Yeah, but
win, but like, take it easy. You
I,
had
I,
Arsenal
I,
did
I would,
good.
you
I would,
finally moved Harry Maguire on the bench. Like, let's take it one step at
Yeah,
a
like
time.
we've
That's
got
step
Thank
one.
God for that. Thank
we've
God
got.
for that.
Listen, I don't know
but
why you
fuck,
should be scared. We've got a better defense than them.
no, but fuck though. But you need to be humble because
Oh,
you guys started with two big defeats. Now you
yeah,
got slowly the mojo's coming back, but you're now playing against Arsenal, who are in form. And
yeah,
to
but
Exactly.
be honest,
Exactly.
you see, this game is the moment of truth. This is why it's such a big game for Arsenal
yeah,
and
but
Manchester United as well. Because
these are
if yeah,
No, go ahead, go ahead.
because like if Arsenal are really about that life, if they really believe that they've turned the corner, they've won 5 in a row, and some Arsenal fans are talking about going invincible, winning the league, or playing champion.
No,
Okay,
You need
that's
to come to
delusional.
Old Trafford
that's
and
ridiculous.
and show us what you're about. That's what big teams do. So it's a big test
Yeah,
for Arsenal to do that. And it's also a big test for United. Have United really turned the corner under Ten Hag? Let's see how you perform against an informed Arsenal team. So
but
whoever wins this game, like, it's going to be very massive for them. I think it's
I,
a
I
50-50 game.
I
I
know that.
totally agree. I totally agree with what you're saying, but I think both Arsenal and Manchester United needs to be humble because we all knew what happened last season when both clubs had a terrible season. Um, and the fact that they are having now United, like I said before, is getting slowly into his mojo. Arsenal had their best start since years, I believe. I think it will be a real interesting game because there are two managers who love to play football. They have the players now to play football. I think Sunday will be the first match of Anthony, either as a starter or as a substitute. So I think it can be a real interesting party, and it wouldn't surprise me if this match will end in a
Be a
draw
draw.
because
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either. I wouldn't.
yeah, because
I'm
both managers don't want to lose, and like you
Yeah.
said, the home advantage of United can help the team uh, during some poor periods during the match. But I think that Arsenal also had the smartness of Gabriel Jesus, and don't underestimate him because he played with Pep Guardiola, and even in his City time, he was also important. Not that he played that much, but he scored important goals, and he
Yeah.
learned
Yeah.
much of the master. So I'm really
Let,
curious of how Martinez will defend him.
He will pocket him. Don't
let
worry
me
about it. He
let me
will
just to stick on to
pocket.
transfers because Samasi hasn't spoken yet.
Sorry.
Samasi, who do you think is? I mean, I don't know whether you think that Lewandowski to Barcelona was maybe the best signing of the window. So, but I don't know
I hate
what are your thoughts on
Barcelona.
that?
I
Hey,
think,
but he's still scoring.
He's
yeah, we
still
still gone because our attack is more fluid without Lewandowski. But I have to say it's either Haaland or Lewandowski, one of the two, because it's improved both their teams so much. Even
Yeah.
though Man City would have still been good in the Premier League, but it comes to the UCL, Haaland is gonna show up and is gonna score. So, and Lewandowski, I think because last year they're not really with Aubameyang, had not really an efficient striker because he didn't score with the chances Barcelona got for him. So it's, yeah, to Germany is, but we will
Mm.
see. Not Darwin Nunes. No, he got a red
I
card.
would
He's
say
too hot-headed. For Bayern, I would say Bayern. I think underrated for Bayern. I would say Ryan Gravenberg. He's. I'm really surprised how good he is. I'm really
he's good.
surprised how good he is. So
Yeah, I saw it.
that's actually my favorite transfer for Bayern.
I think if I
well,
can say something
yeah, go on,
quickly,
Ravish.
I think that Haaland will be the next player who will get some records in Europe. The way he's scoring
I mean, he
goals.
could break it this season. He
Yeah,
could.
I,
He
I think he
will.
breaks.
He will
I think
break
he'll.
Well,
I
it.
you
think
think he's
he'll.
scoring 17
it's
Champions League goals? He's breaking
No,
Cristiano's record.
No, I think he breaks Salah's record though.
Oh,
I think
right.
he breaks
Yeah.
Salah's
Yeah,
record.
Yeah,
I
the
can't-
Premier League record.
No, but I
can't-
also think in the Champions League, he will make a huge impact. I saw him last season when Borussia came to Amsterdam. You saw his qualities.
Lisandro pocketed him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fortunately for Borussia, they lost 2 times. But I see him. The way he scores also yesterday when he scored that hat trick, the goals he made, it looked so easy. I think that he can be one of the competitors of the records that were set by Ronaldo and Messi in the Champions League.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
No.
He's young.
You went
He's
too
young.
far. No. You went too far.
I know it's
You went too-
controversial. I know it's
You
controversial.
said
what I'm
Messi and
saying.
Ronaldo.
Hey, factos.
No chance. He's
Listen.
not sniffing
Yes.
17
Let
goals in
let
the
let
CL.
Ravish land.
I got next.
No. I mean, what I meant is the goals, the amount of goals that he scored during the season. Because I believe Ronaldo's all-time top scorer now, Champions League,
Yeah.
Yes.
Cristiano.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm aiming for, not the
Oh,
fact
you
that
mean
he
okay. You mean like his overall career?
overall career. Yeah, not.
Okay.
I know that he doesn't have the technique that and the drive that Messi has, but the way he makes scoring look so easy, and I believe also in the Champions League, and now he's playing with one of the best coaches in my opinion, Pep. I believe that Pep can make him an even better striker.
But the thing is, what you're underestimating is the longevity of these guys. This is why of Messi and Cristiano. Yes, Haaland is gonna score a lot of goals, but I feel like he's probably gonna be fading out by the time he gets to 28, 29. I don't see this guy having the same longevity that Messi and Ronaldo were having. And
He relies on being explosive as well.
Yeah,
he does, and he hasn't got any
in his-
technique to back him up. Or I just feel like he'll get burnt out, and with all these injuries that he keeps picking up at this age, if he doesn't get that, under control.
I want to ask
Yeah,
if
go on,
I could
Antonio,
speak a bit
go
on
on.
Haaland, just because of the transfer overall. But first, I want to say, Factos, based on the number of times you've mentioned Lisandro Martinez on this stream, I'm surprised you said you haven't bought his jersey because of the protest. Why haven't
Yeah.
you made your own Lisandro Martinez jersey with some crayons or something?
You're mad.
You should wear. I mean, at this point,
You know what? I'll buy an Argentina one. I've got a bet with 2 people in here. I told him that 2 years from now he's gonna be the best ball playing center back in the Premier League.
Bro.
I said that Lisandro Martinez will be the best ball playing
Also-
center back in
Yep.
2 years' time.
On this point, though, I think when Ravish said, be a little bit humble about this game, I think it's just like the Premier League thing. There's no humble. There's
There isn't.
not much.
There's no humbleness.
I'm always humble. I'm scared about Milan in the derby this weekend, but anyways, no, about Haaland. The thing that impresses me so much about, listen, I'm not a City fan. There's a meme on our channel that I'm a City fan just because I'm the only one who defends City, because everyone hates them. But every year, it's they get better. And I think they were eliminated from the UCL the past few years. Marginal things. It's when you get to those stages of the competition against top clubs with top players, it's margins. It's luck. Luck is involved. So you can't really be hating on them just because they haven't been able to do that yet. Of course, they need to do it for the legacy. But I think, and back to Haaland, the way they improved, right now they look like so much of a better team than they were last season. And you didn't even think that was possible because they play so fluid, and they've just quickly, everyone, including myself, was thinking that Nunes would adapt more or quicker than Haaland based on the tactics of Pep and Klopp.
To be fair, he's not.
I
yeah,
didn't.
Nunes hasn't played.
Yeah, he's not played basically. Yeah, he got a red card. Yeah, because to be fair to Nunes, he played quite well in the Community Shield game, the first game that they played. But anyway, sorry, go and finish it.
You're definitely right. But I know just the point about Haaland though, he's already. He just scored 2 hat tricks. What the heck?
He's doing it third,
if you're not adapting,
his next game is against who's he playing next? Who's City playing next?
Villa, Aston Villa.
Aston Villa.
Yeah.
He's getting
Another hat trick is
He's
coming.
going to get a hat trick. A hat trick is coming against Villa, man. This is going to be
man.
But they have to be considered favorites for UCL again this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
I
Pep is
put my
allergic.
money on them.
Just Pep is allergic to the UCL. That's the thing. Next quick question for Baz mentioned is, so who would you say, what do you think was the worst transfer? The transfer that like surprised you, where you're just like, I don't understand why this player, like why they put, not necessarily based on like their performance, but just like so far, what would you say is like was the worst transfer, like that you kind of, I mean, I'm just trying to think, what would I think was the worst?
I
mean,
have one.
Yeah.
At the
So
time,
which
at the time, Darwin Núñez was collecting smoke for 85 million pounds as well.
but I
Like
it was really...
the memes.
I actually think Barcelona signing Marcos Alonso is pretty bad.
Hector Bellerin.
Hector Bellerin also bad.
Yeah,
But
even Christensen, you could argue. Sorry, go on, Sebastian, go on.
I would say Leicester City with Marcelo. Marcelo, really? Marcelo's art. He's not the Marcelo from 2014. So I don't know what Leicester are doing, but my God, why? I have so many questions. How did that happen?
What about Willian on Fulham?
But like
That's
they're
interesting, huh?
relegation for them. Like,
I have a pretty good answer to this, and I know I'm biased, but Lukaku.
Lukaku.
Yeah, listen to this.
It's a loan, man. It's a loan. Like,
It's a but listen. You know how much money they're spending just on this one loan? It's a dry loan for 1 year. I think they're with his
10 million or
wages.
Something, yeah.
With his wage and the loan fee, I think it's almost 20 million euros for one season.
Yeah.
Like it's like because he has super high wages, and this guy, I mean, he was good with Conte because he built a whole counter-attacking system. He's good in space, but his touches, I mean, his control is awful. And it just bothered me because back when we were playing them and they were really good, they were at a great team. Like our center backs were a little bit slower and now we have Tomori and Kalulu. And I think when he plays against physical center backs that can keep up with him, he's not really.
Isn't there the Milan derby this?
Yeah, it's Saturday, and I'm really worried about that, honestly, from what I've been seeing. But it's whatever. But yeah, I don't think Lukaku in the long term is a good signing whatsoever.
Yeah, I think it's.
So I just interject because that's a good point. Can Haaland break Messi's 50 goal in a season during his career? That'd be interesting. To be honest, like because he's already on. How many goals is he on now?
He's on
nine goals. And bear in mind there's 4 competitions. Obviously, you've got the Premier League, EFL, FA Cup, and Champions League. Like it's not with it. If he's going to score against Villa, so he's already a fifth of the way there after only playing 6 games potentially.
If he stays
he's the new Gerd Müller. He's the new Gerd Müller. Let's face it. He's a goal machine.
He's not doing it.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, Messi and Ronaldo are not humans.
Would you be surprised if he did it? Would you be surprised if he did do it?
Listen, Haaland is not breaking either Messi or Ronaldo's record in a single season. What I saw these guys doing was insane, man. It was insane. Like Messi scored like what? He scored six braces in a row at one point. All of them chip goals, just chipping the keeper and that sort of thing. Like, I don't see it. I feel like he'll be close, but he's not gonna break it. He's not going to.
So just quickly going around. So I think so. Smashy, who did you say was worst transfer? You said it was
Marcelo with Leicester.
Marcelo at Leicester. And Antonio, who did you say? You said Lukaku.
I did. And also, hold on. Are we talking about Di Marcelo from Real? He's on Leicester now?
Yeah, he's at Leicester.
I didn't know this. I've been busy,
I
guys.
saw
That's
that. I
crazy.
thought it was a joke.
Did Fabrizio tweet it? Here we go. I don't remember seeing it actually on Fabrizio's because I read the story as well, but I was waiting for Fabrizio to say here we go on it, and I don't think he has. So unless that's something, like I'm just quickly browsing. Obviously, Zakaria from Juve, Chelsea got him, which I don't know about that. I mean, he's okay. He is. That's one thing I'll say. I think Chelsea's because I think S&B has another comment just of player, but also just the team. And I'm not have Chelsea had a good transfer window? It's almost like they've signed a lot of players, but the players have really been successful. You know.
Yeah, you know what it is with Chelsea. Yeah, they've signed. Listen, these are the players they've signed. So Wesley Fofana, great player. Mark Cucurella, great player. Raheem Sterling, great player. Khalidou Koulibaly, great player. And obviously they've added in, what's his name? You just mentioned
Zakaria.
Zakaria to the team. So
and
he's
Aubameyang.
oh yeah, I know Aubameyang is about to come, but
Yeah.
the problem is I don't see how they're going to gel. Do you see what I mean? And I feel like Tuchel is like, huh? It's like a scattergun approach. Like, where is the strategy? Like, half of these men are close to 30. Like, what style are you gonna play with these kind of players? I don't understand this. That's why I feel like they
Chelsea.
would struggle. Like, I can see the strategy or how the Arsenal players would gel with each other. You got Zinchenko and Gabriel Jesus coming from Man City. William Saliba was already an Arsenal player and is coming into it. You got Vieira, who's already used to that sort of like, style of play that Arsenal and Man City player. You can kind of, even with United, you get ex-Ajax players or players that speak Dutch, and that sort of thing. And you got Casemiro, who already knows how Varane plays and Cristiano Ronaldo plays, how Fred plays from Brazil. And so you can kind of see like how they would gel. But like with the Chelsea, I don't know. I really don't know. Like Wesley Fofana and Koulibaly, like, okay, so you playing a back three. It's okay, you play Kukurea as the left centre back. What about Chilwell? Chilwell was amazing last season. So what are you telling me Chilwell is a bench option now? Raheem Sterling, Aubameyang, and Kai Havertz as your front three, or Mason Mount? Come on, guys. A front three of Mason Mount, Aubameyang, and Raheem Sterling. Aubameyang can't do hold-up play. He can't do link-up. He needs like a playmaker or somebody.
Oh, sorry to interrupt you. This is actually a good shout from to be the worst transfers that I think this is Ricky. Is it Puig from the Barca kid from Barca moving to the MLS? 23 years old. He's in LA Galaxy. This guy rejected AC Milan and Chelsea to play in the MLS. He's going to stifle his growth and not develop. That's actually a fairly good shout.
That's
actually,
bad.
to be honest.
He's got a banger. Though. He's got a banger.
it's just like, I know because Xavi wanted him out, but to go to the, like, especially when AC Milan and potentially Chelsea want you, to then go to the MLS, like, I don't know. I think that's a career, not a career ender, so, but it's a stifler. It's a stifler, in my personal opinion. So
I don't understand. I don't understand Chelsea's transfer window, why they didn't buy more forwards. You had a problem in the attack. Why didn't you buy more players? I didn't understand that.
Ravish, I think did you have any thoughts on worst transfer, worst team transfer, that type of thing?
I was thinking of one, but I can't recall one right now. I would, yeah. No, I have no one at the moment. No, sorry.
No, it's okay. What are the comments saying? Aside from Devin Lindsay, who seems to be grilling Chelsea right now, Chelsea spent 500 million in 2 seasons and are worse. People don't look at
they
that.
Need a sport director. They need a sport director right now.
Because the thing about United is that United have spent a lot of money. The players they try and squeeze everything they get out of the players that they get. Even though it's annoying. With Chelsea, for some strange reason, they buy them and they let them go in 1 or 2 seasons, which is completely reckless. Can Haaland score 50 goals only in the league in his career? I'm not sure, but he can help Man City in the Champions League. 50 goals in a league. I think that's what Messi's record was. It wouldn't. If he did that, then you can't talk to me about Mbappe. That's just as simple as that, really. Like if he does that, then Mbappe is irrelevant. But I don't think Haaland's going to do that. It's just that this City team have so many creative players that can create for him. And bear in mind, this is a City team that have been playing without a proper number 9 for what? Is it maybe 2 seasons now? Because even when Aguero was there, he wasn't really playing. Pep wasn't really playing him in the last, like, the previous season. So this is a situation where City players now, but right, we actually now have someone who we can aim to, who we can pass the ball to, who can hold up the ball, who can also link up play a bit. We haven't done that in like ages, and now we have someone who can do it, even though we're winning. I think that's a completely like different dynamic. And you saw that with United today, where if Haaland was in this United team, for example, United would have thrashed Leicester because
Oh yeah.
of his movement,
Oh
because of the way he's
yeah.
getting the
Yeah,
ball.
I
Rashford
think
is not a number 9.
Oh yeah.
Rashford's not a number 9. Rashford can't do what Haaland
yeah,
can do. So
to be honest, my friend, to be honest, I also think that um, I understand what you're saying that with Haaland at Man U, he would trash Leicester, but you also need to have players that who can feed him with the ball.
mm,
If I was looking at Ajax with Anthony, Haller was the best striker for him because Haller was tall and Anthony already knew how he needed to feed him.
mm.
So I'm kind of curious how it will happen now because individual Anthony is great, but is he able also to give the balls to whoever will be the striker at that moment
I would be
instead of
Cristiano. No, if I'm
did you say?
Cristiano, I'm licking my lips. I'm like, Anthony.
It's probably not going to be Cristiano though. That's the problem. So it's
What?
probably going to
Cristiano
be
is staying.
no, yeah, but he's staying. But it's probably going to, in terms of starting, it looks like he'll come from the bench. It's probably going to be like Rashford or something, or
I
Martial will
feel
be
like
number
he was
9.
on the
So
bench because he was angling for a move, and now it's not happened, and he's gonna. I feel like Ten Hag, like in his heart of hearts, he really wanted to keep Cristiano because the
I,
movement that he made, you saw like as soon as he came on the pitch, look how much of a threat we became up front. We started
yeah,
creating
when we
chances.
played with an actual number 9, yeah,
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 it's just
like
I
and,
can't.
and I think now that that the transfer deadline is finally over, that Ronaldo also will understand that um, doing nothing and try to annoy the trainer will also bring himself not that it will harm himself.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
I think that he now will put the focus on doing the right thing the coming months.
Mm.
So I think the World Cup will be his final tournament for Portugal, I believe. And I think together with Sancho and Anthony, he could
Yeah, you could do
make.
stuff. And
Sorry,
Ericsson as well. And Ericsson
yeah,
as well. Like,
and don't forget Bruno because I think that Bruno also will have a big portion of goals and also be have a big impact on Ronaldo together with Anthony, Sancho, and
mm.
Ericsson. Hey guys,
Just
I
yeah,
need to drop.
yeah. No, I was going to say we're gonna actually round things up because it's getting quite late. But thank you, Ravish, for coming on. Really
No worries.
appreciate it. Maybe in the future we can have a tactical analysis of Anthony later in the line.
Always.
So, but no, appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming on, man.
Have a good day, everyone. Everybody, speak soon again.
See you in a
Take care,
bit,
man.
sir.
See you later.
See
See you.
you in a bit.
See you.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
So yes, let's actually just begin to round things up. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, that was the other question. So I saw that. So most underrated transfer window. Who had the most underrated transfer window? And I think this is a good shout. Roman Mourinho. The signings that Mourinho made, I think this season were actually, obviously Matic came in. He brought in who else he brought in? He brought in
Ibala.
Matic. He brought in Dybala as well. Yes. There was also one other plaher. I'm trying to remember. It was another Premier
Wijnaldum,
League player. Wijnaldum, that was it. Although
who's
Wijnaldum
injured.
is injured, but I still think it's a solid signing on it, just for the freak
For me,
injury.
it's Madrid, man. It's Real Madrid. Like,
No, underrated. Not necessarily
well,
underrated
nobody.
signing.
No, I'm saying like nobody's really talking about the transfer win, and I feel like they've done amazing stuff, bro. Like they've
Mm,
replaced Casemiro with Tchouaméni,
mm,
and they've got Rudiger at the back.
mm,
Like that's good. Those are good additions to their squad. But yeah, because everybody's talking about Barcelona and the 5-10 players that they've signed, but I do feel like Madrid, because like you have to measure like how good effective signings are as to how they improve the first 11. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So I feel like Tchouaméni and Rudiger, improve Real Madrid massively.
Fair enough. Paradise in the chat says, Artist, also I'm confused. I thought Cristiano would leave because he would give an interview. I thought interview will say goodbye. I don't know what happened. Did it? But yeah, It's interesting. I'm curious to see when this whole "I'm going to give a talk to clarify everything" speech is coming. Because you said it was going to be in 2 weeks, and it's now been 2 weeks now. So unless it's going to be happening like
It'll be after
more at the end
Arsenal.
of the week or after Arsenal, I don't know. I am curious about that. Mourinho brought in Spinazzola as well. Yes, the left back who got into the
Yeah, baller.
Euros. Yeah, that was a good. Yeah, so I think Jose had
Not
a
a baller.
very good window
Yeah,
actually.
if you let Jose buy his players, then he can cook.
Newcastle
Not
as
like
well.
Man United. Yeah, Newcastle had a
Oh,
good. Their
Newcastle.
attack is so good. Their attack
Yeah.
is so good. So
Now they've got the Isak guy in, so and I was fuming after that Liverpool game. I was absolutely fuming. The dodgy offside and then the additional time. I was like, Newcastle at the very least should have got a point from that game. The fact that they
Jurgen
lost that, I
Klopp.
was fuming.
You know what Jurgen Klopp does? He complains to the referee, and the referee is not man enough to stand up for himself.
You know,
He gets bullied by Jurgen Klopp.
no.
These English referees are the worst referees in the whole world. Let's face it. They're
No.
just the worst. They have VAR and they can't use it. So I don't know what's wrong with them.
Someone says, Samasi, why didn't you take my go to Bayern? Who? Oh, he's talking about CR7. CR7.
Yeah.
So
Because he's too old. Let's face it.
he's too old. He's too old. Yeah, it's like, well, that'll be an interesting debate. If Isak scores more goals than Darwin, I am trolling Liverpool fans. If Isak does score more goals than Darwin in this season, I will be trolling Liverpool fans. No doubt about that. So I guess just finally, just as we round up, final question again from the chat as well. I've lost my train of thought now. Do United beat Arsenal this weekend? Do United beat Arsenal this weekend?
It's gonna
'Cause
be a
this is,
draw. It's gonna be a draw for me because I don't know. Something tells me Arsenal is gonna show up. So it's gonna be a draw because I think I think Arsenal's attack is better than Man United's attack, but I think Man United's defense is better than Arsenal. So it's gonna be draw 2-2 for me.
Cactus, what do you think?
yo, Joga Bonito is coming to Old Trafford, man. Joga Bonito. Anthony.
Yes.
Listen, Old Trafford, when the fans are behind United, doesn't matter who we play. Liverpool, Man City, pick Madrid, pick Barca. When the fans are behind the team, it's a hard place for anyone to win. Now, the first 2 games of the season, especially against Brighton, the fans were very nervous. Like it was a weird kind of energy. And then against Liverpool, you saw from minute 1, like the atmosphere was amazing. They were cheering anything the players were doing, like slide tackles, Malacia doing his thing, and Martinez doing his thing. I feel like it's going to be that similar kind of atmosphere against Arsenal because 1, it's a big game to United fans, and 2, it's the first game for Anthony, and a lot of United fans are excited. If I can get tickets for that game, I'm gonna go with my Brazilian flag, man. Like I'm gonna be there, man. Joga Bonito. So when you have that kind of atmosphere and you have players like that are celebrating slide tackles and that sort of thing, I feel like that gets the fans up. It will be a big atmosphere for Arsenal to deal with. Now that's not to say they can't shut the stadium down. Of course they can if they score a goal. And I do feel like they will score a goal. Maybe I can see Jesus maybe scoring the first goal or the equalizing goal. But somehow I see United winning this game because I feel like there's a big question mark on Eric Ten Hag still. I know he's won his first 3 games. We need this win more than Arsenal, and there's no Arsenal fan that can argue that against me. And sometimes when these games show up, it's about who wants it more. Do you know what I mean? Who needs it more? And I just feel like
the last time
I'm
I think
leaning
it was,
towards United a little bit, and that's not being biased because I would tell you if I feel like United are gonna lose or if they're gonna draw, but I feel like this game, I feel like United will nick it in the end.
It was Manchester United that put an end to Arsenal's unbeaten run
There you
before,
go.
and we will do it again, hopefully. If we
Rooney
beat
did it at
Arsenal
Everton as
week
well.
out.
Yeah, we always end the unbeaten runs, man. So
One of my
It'll be
friends
one
and
of those.
Arsenal fans, so if we win, I'm gonna smash it in his face. Arsenal haven't played a top team. Arsenal fans always talk they will be humble. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
They're never humble. They are never humble.
Hadias,
We'll see.
they can't
We'll
win
see.
6 games in a row. That's title winning form.
If he has to, that's the thing. That's why it's a key
they
game.
can't do that.
That's why it's a key game because
Oh my God.
if they do win,
Listen, I'm gonna say this. If
That's not for the league if they win it.
if these Premier League teams let Arsenal win the Premier League, I will never be seen again. Okay, I will never be seen again.
We need to do this for football. Football needs United to win this game.
Yes, football needs that.
The Premier League needs
know.
United to win this game.
I
English
know.
football, the refs, they know this. They've been briefed. Quinn Lees has briefed them all. Like, save English football. Make sure United win. If it's 1-1, add more time at the end of the game until United score.
If Arsenal beat because the thing is, I've looked at the next couple of fixtures, and the thing is, United's next 10 games are actually quite difficult. Whereas Arsenal's next 10 games are actually relatively I won't say they're easy, but when they face the big teams, because I think they face City, Chelsea, and Spurs back to back.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, all of those games are at the Emirates. They're all at home. So actually, if you look at Arsenal's next 10 games are favorable. So this is a key game for me because if Arsenal do beat United, the momentum that will come from this into the next couple of games will be very significant. Especially when they play against those teams, because they'll be playing City, Chelsea, and Spurs at home. And if you're thinking of a title, that can solidify it. So whereas United, if United do beat Arsenal, then suddenly the season is finally back on track.
Yeah,
we could potentially aim for top 4. Title talk is probably out of the picture.
Yeah,
at the very least, at the very least, very least, you can potentially have a good season.
But yeah, I mean, I think you should get some Arsenal fans for the reviews. It'll be nice banter, man. I love this game against Arsenal.
Guys, we are doing a match review with Egal from Egal TV, man. Egal will be on the show.
With Egal.
Egal is gonna be because everyone I know.
It's gonna be hilarious.
It's gonna be banter. I think.
I'll cook Egal, man.
Back to us, I was going to say, 9:30 BST Saturday, we're going to get a gal on. So back to us if you're free, go on.
Cook his ass.
Factos versus a gal, man. It's gonna be funny, man. So, but anyway, thanks everyone for watching, man. Really appreciate it. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to Red Devil Studio. Follow us on Twitter and X. Smash the notification button. Take care, everyone. Have a nice day, and cheers. Peace.
Bye.
Peace.